Hey there, it's Leona. Welcome to Zen Mindfulness Shodo. Today, we're gonna practice Shodo meditation while focusing on the Hiragana character for D. So, let's begin our beautiful journey together. When you write a character, imagine a square about the size of the character that you are gonna write like this. First, I'm gonna write it. Then I'm gonna explain the points and tips for writing the character beautifully in detail. Let's explain the process in detail. The first stroke starts from a point a little bit higher than, and to the right of, the center point of the top left square. It's a line curved to the left, moving down, parallel to the middle vertical line until the middle horizontal line. At this end point, check towards the starting point of the second stroke in the upper right. Then bring the pen to the upper right in the direction of this check. The second stroke starts at the same height as the first stroke's starting point, where the middle vertical line is roughly in the center between the two strokes' starting points. This line is a right curved line that descends at an angle that appears symmetrical to the first stroke. After passing the middle horizontal line, it gradually thins and scoops downward with a slight curve to a point on the middle vertical line, where the space above and below the character is about equal, meaning the space above the starting point and below the end point look about the same. This places the character in the center of the square box, making it look balanced and neat. The first key point is to align the height of the two strokes' starting points. For example, in the upper example, the second stroke starting point is higher than the first stroke starting point. In the lower example, it is opposite. The second stroke starting point is lower than the first stroke starting point. If the second stroke starting point is higher or lower than the first strokes, it doesn't look well balanced, so aligning the starting point's height makes it easier to balance. It's okay for the second stroke starting point to be slightly higher than the first, but be careful not to make it too high or too low, as it affects the overall balance of the character. Next is the width. For example, if the width between the two lines is too narrow or too wide, it doesn't look well balanced. Therefore, in a square like this, try various positions to find what you like and what you think looks balanced. And try to remember the shape of the character that you like, and write it as close as possible when you write this character in a blank paper. Then there's the length ratio. In the example on the left, the second stroke appears to be more than twice as long as the first stroke. In the example on the right, the second stroke appears to be just a little bit longer than the first stroke. Writing the second stroke about twice as long as the first tends to look balanced. Also, the end point of the second stroke, for example. Let me write examples here. It's a bit extreme examples, and the width is narrow. But the point that I want to make here is that the second stroke's end point shouldn't get too close to the bottom of the first stroke. This example shows it coming down to about here. Coming this far down seems too long, but if the second stroke ends around here, it's too short, and the angle is too upright, making it look like the two strokes are just standing parallel to each other, rather than balancing together. Be mindful of the second stroke's angle too. I usually write so that the end point is around this middle vertical line, meaning about the middle of the two starting points. You can use this as a reference point. Why don't you try practicing with these tips and points in mind? The key points for writing Hiragana characters, as explained in the video, are concisely summarized in this book in a similar manner. The book allows you 3 pages to practice each character. It can be purchased on Amazon. See the link in the description. I'm gonna practice 1 page of this workbook this time, but you're welcome to practice as much as you want. If you're practicing with a pen, I recommend that you place a few pieces of paper under the page that you're writing on, so that the ink doesn't bleed onto the page under it. Alright, let's get started. On this channel, I not only share tips and points for writing Japanese characters beautifully with a brush and a pen in both English and Japanese, but also practice Zen Mindfulness Shodo meditation that focuses all of our attention on the present moment. If you thought that the information was useful and you want to learn tips and points for writing other characters neatly as well, or if you want to keep practicing Zen Mindfulness Shodo meditation with me, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell mark so you get a notification as soon as I upload a new video. You can find videos of other characters from the playlist. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you have any questions or comments, please write them in the comments section. Alright, let's learn and practice together again in my next video. Thank you for watching.